Hi everybody, Tama here. Welcome to my channel, and I have my sister tapping flamingo,
Hello.
and we have a big announcement. Actually, two big announcements. We're gonna give an announcement, give some information, and give the second announcement at the end. So bear with us.
Yeah, you'll want to stay for the whole thing.
Yes,
Believe me.
yes. And we're gonna try to cram a lot of information in as much little time as possible. All right. So first of all, first big announcement. Yes, VBR Virtual Blythe Retreat 2024 is a go. Woo!
Woo-hoo!
All right.
Already
And
starting planning.
yeah, we've already planned it to the point where we even have a date for you guys. It's going to be the second weekend of June 2024. All right. So we had a wonderful time. This past 2023 VBR was just amazing.
Yes.
We kind of had in our minds that we were going to do it again, but of course we always wanted to take, you have to take a little time and sort of like reflect. All right. So we have done that now. It's about a week now since we had the retreat. So looking back, it looks like everything went as according to plan. It went very well. We also are not broke now.
Yeah.
So,
Last year's we were broke. But
we're not rolling in it, but it did well enough that we feel okay to do it again. Let's put it that way.
yes.
So
Yeah, we're able to have enough to put into next year's.
yeah,
So
rolling it over, rolling it over. So, and I also wanted to mention real quick, as far as the date goes, the dog community is super, super busy, if you hadn't noticed. Okay, if you're around for a while, you may start to realize, wow, there's activities and events and so many things going on in the world. And it's a worldwide thing. It's not just, like we live in the US. It's not just the US that has, conventions and, all kinds of things. So I wanted to kind of address that a little bit because we did have some people out in social media kind of, mention things to us. Like, first of all, there was puddles, I guess, the same weekend that we had the retreat. There's also some Blythe cons coming up pretty soon, and one's in the UK, I think. I think that's the soonest one. And then, of course, there's always something going on. And and also there was Tonner Fest. Out of nowhere, Tonner Fest shows up.
yeah.
But the thing is, I'll give an example with Tonner Fest, which I am attending still right now. you know, I paid my donation and I've been going and I bought it all. Okay. But all of these different events, like for example, Tonner Fest, that is Elwyn Wild, Nema, that is Tonner, that is Robert Tonner. Okay. That's the focus of that event. And she's having it virtual as well as in a couple days in person. So I mean, I feel like there's room for all of us. And I really feel like Terry and I can't sit there and go, well, we can't have our event on the same day as
Right.
somebody else, Um, and there's a few reasons for that. First of all, I'm a teacher. I'm off part of the summer. So
Very little bit of the summer.
yeah, so well, it's a good break for me. It's a good break. I do teach during the summer, and I'm getting ready to actually go back pretty soon to teaching for my summer B semester, and then right at like the next day after that, fall semester starts for me. So as most teachers, I do get a pretty generous time off, but I'm also limited to that time. Like they tell me when to take my time off. Okay. I don't tell them, hey, I'm going to go to Aruba for 2 weeks, all right, in the middle of the semester. They would frown on that. Okay, that doesn't happen. Right. So just wanted to put that out there. Puddles is pull-up centric and groove. And even though there's Blythe there, there's conventions going on all over the place. And Blythe, she's there a lot, but our event is different. Don't you think, Terry?
Oh, much different. Yes, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. In fact, we kind of feel like this second retreat really put into focus our audience.
Mhm.
Our audience is made up of makers and Blythe lovers. Okay.
Yeah.
People who like to make things for Blythe, who like to create with Blythe. And that could be creating photography, really cool photos. It could be sewing a dress or a little tote bag, making jewelry, uh, creating props, whatever. That's our focus. And so that's different. And also, of course, we have the part of the virtual, this is a virtual event. It's a virtual retreat. So yeah, I think Terry can talk a little bit. We were just discussing that, the idea of retreat in person versus, or an event in person versus a virtual one.
Right. So we have people from all over the world. So when some of us are awake, some of us are asleep. When some of us are just getting up in the morning, some of us are fixing dinner. So we're on all these different time zones throughout the world. So it's really hard for us to all get together at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why virtual has really been a great blessing, actually, that we can actually get on to the Facebook group and connect with each other. It's like when I would go to bed, a lot of you European people
Yeah.
were just getting started with everything. And it was so neat to be able to get up in the morning and see all the activity that was going on while I was snoozing.
Yeah.
And so that's why virtual actually really works well.
Right. And that's even though there are other virtual events out there, and there have been in the past, again, ours is really Blythe centric and maker creator centric. Okay. And so I think that's just something I wanted to put out there. So, we had a great time. We had more people this time at the second event. It grew a little bit. So I'm encouraged.
Something else too about it being virtual. All of us are very busy people. Mm-hmm. We don't just sit around and play with our dolls 24/7, even though we probably would like to. But we have families and we have jobs and we have all this other stuff going on. So we can do those things that need to be done. And then we can make time to come and virtually be at the retreat and sew up a dress or make a blanket or a pair of earrings or something. So.
Exactly. Yeah. And I think that's important, a really important consideration. And in fact, the group is still open right now. So if you bought a retreat pass and you feel like you missed out on some of those workshops, we're going to talk about that in detail here in a minute, but it's open still. So you can go over there and access those workshops. All the prizes at this point actually have been delivered, as far as I know. They've been sent and most people have gotten theirs already. So we're not giving out any more prizes, all the prize posts, even though they're open if you want to go read. And I will say the photographs over in that group are amazing. Amazing. Yes. Like when Terry talks about waking up and then you see, what happened while we were asleep. And it was just, it was so fun to see somebody make a dress or, the pull charms or whatever we were doing, the wire wrapping of the shells, stuff like that. It was just super cool. So we had 40-something people, join us in the retreat. And at the end, we had a survey and we're still waiting on people to, not all 40-something people have answered the survey, but a large group have. Yeah. But some people have emailed me. And in fact, if you're one of those people that haven't, taken the survey yet, if you want to email tammypally@yahoo.com, the answers to those survey questions, feel free to do so. Or the post is still over on the group. But what did we learn in that survey, Terry?
We learned a lot. It was really helpful. And I know some of you said, oh, I'm probably no help because I loved it all. That right there was a big help, that we know that y'all enjoyed what we had put together. Because it's like, as we're putting things together, I'm like, oh, they're going to like this, and it's kind of a little, I get a little nervous because I'm like, oh, I don't know if they're going to like it. And so it does help that we know that what we planned is something you liked. So then when we go to plan for next year's, we know the things that y'all liked and the things that you didn't like. But I'll have to say, it's about half and half. Some of you will say you really like this one thing. And then I read another, something else. Somebody says, oh, I love that. So
yeah. That is funny. Yeah.
It's fun to read them.
But I would say so far, most people, they liked it all,
Yes.
The only, real criticism, and it's not really a criticism, is we kept you busy. Busy bees. But if you've ever been to anything like a convention or a retreat or anything, typically they have a robust schedule and it's up to you to do what you want to do. You don't have to do it all.
Well, you can't do it all.
You can't. Sometimes you can't. but what's nice about our version, again, it's virtual and we still have it open for a few weeks after, the event. You can go back over there and say, you know what, I made that dress, it didn't turn out, but I want to try it again. You can go watch the workshop video and make the dress again if you want to, so it's still there for you. There's not like this time limit, like, oh, I've got to make it by this time and then the retreat's over and I'm done. So, but anyway, the feedback, keep it coming. Very helpful. Yes. We really, really appreciate it. And it definitely has again, that's a validation of what we're doing. And so it's encouraged us to, do it again.
There's been a lot of great ideas too.
Very good ideas. Yeah, very helpful. Okay, so I think I'm going to go into the last bit of this, the last.
I'm really excited about this.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll explain why, but here's the big deal. So Virtual Blythe Retreat Facebook group is going to hang around for a while. We're not going to close it down. So last year, the 2022 one, it's still there, but it's permanently paused. So you can access stuff, but you can't do anything to it. This year, for our 2023 Virtual Blythe Retreat Facebook group, we're going to keep it active. It's gonna keep going. What we're going to do though, because so right now over there, we have 6 workshop videos and, all kinds of stuff. That's all there until June 30th. June 30th is when we're going to pull those workshops. Okay. Those workshop videos will be pulled on June 30th and the group will open up free of charge to everybody. All right. So if you bought your pass, you still have, we're filming this the 15th of June and hopefully I'll get this. No, 16th. Is it the 16th?
The 16th. Yeah.
Okay. We're filming this the 16th of June and hopefully I'll get it up on the 17th of June. And then you'll have all the rest of the month of June to enjoy the workshop videos over there and keep, chit-chatting with everybody. By June 30th, that's the deadline I'm giving us to remove those workshop videos, change the description of the group, et cetera, et cetera. It'll still be called Virtual Blythe Retreat. We're going to pull off the 2023. But we're doing this because even though it's a small group, there's only like 40-some people over there, we'd like to grow the group. And we want to keep, crafting and creating with you guys. We have a wonderful group over there. We know there's lots of other people that would like to join us, and we're going to open it up to those people. No charge. It's going to be, it's a closed group in that I'll have questions that you'll have to answer to get in. So we, keep it.
We don't want any robots.
Yeah, we don't want any bots. We want to keep it safe for people. We don't want spammers or any of that kind of thing. But Terry and I are now plotting and planning to do maybe every couple of months some kind of short event over there. Some kind of, I'll call it a short event because they're kind of each different. I can't really explain.
Yeah, we have ideas.
We have different ideas.
Yet.
Right. So when you join the group over there, you'll be privy to what happens, and we'll let you know. I'll do a reminder. We'll send you guys reminders and stuff, and we'll probably do another follow-up video reminding everybody, hey, now you can join us over there.
Yeah, and if you know anybody that would like to join us, you can invite them.
Most definitely.
But that'll be what, July the 1st, right?
Yeah, that's July the 1st. So also what'll happen is I also want to mention Dolly. So I have a Dolly Daily Facebook group. So some people might be like, well, you already have the Dolly Daily. Why do you need it? It's different. So Dolly Daily, I have a few hundred people in that group, and it's active, but it's not like crazy active. It's, it's stuff happens. Okay. But it's all dolls. Okay. It's all dolls, not just Blythe. And it's also not focusing on crafting so much. It's really more collecting information. Like if I see something like, oh, hey, Disney, the Disney shop has free shipping. If anybody wants to get any of those ILY dolls, you can get free shipping. I'll post something like that over there. Or somebody shares, oh, I got this new American Girl doll. They'll post a picture of their American Girl doll, whatever. So it's that type of group. It's sharing, but it's not necessarily focused only on Blythe, and it's not crafting. Whereas the VBR group is crafting and Blythe. That makes sense? All right. Yes, it does to you. Yeah, it does to us. So, and like I said, we're going to have, especially based on some of the feedback that we got, we have some ideas. like I said, to create some short events between now and build up to 2024 VBR 2024. Okay, so
Yep.
hopefully that makes sense.
If not, you got any questions, don't hesitate to ask us.
Yeah,
We'll try
right.
to answer them.
Yeah, so VBR, the VBR Facebook group, June 30th will be the last day you can access everything. On that day, I'll be like wrapping things up and stuff like that. So I'll make sure everybody will post over in the group and remind everybody, and I'll tell everybody. So, you know, it's not going to be a big surprise. But yeah, the group's going to stick around. Cool patines.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah. Okay, I guess that's it. We're going to wrap it up. You guys, thank you so much for stopping by. Please make sure you head over to Tapping Flamingo. She's this way. Tapping Flamingo. She has a YouTube channel, so make sure you go over there and check it out if you haven't already. She makes all kinds of wonderful jewelry and has lots of jewelry making tutorials and beading videos, etc. And she does. Yes.
I just want to say this. I may be making them for, you know, big people, but you can also make them. It's the same techniques you use to make the jewelry for your little ones.
That is very true. Yeah. So you can just downsize it. And she actually has her dolls on there and stuff too. So, so anyway, all right, guys, have a wonderful Dolly Day. Thanks for your time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.